Good morning, YouTube. Today we are on the way to go pick up a Sony A7IV all the way in Osage Beach. We got an incredible deal on it, and I'd love to get this camera for just some photography. It's also a great hybrid camera, and I don't have to mess with color grading as much as I continue to learn color grading. So follow along in our trek to Osage Beach, which is about 3 hours away. Look at this beautiful morning. I am excited to be alive. I'm excited to be here with you guys. Life, although we can complain a lot about life, we do have to embrace the moments. And waking up to see a beautiful morning is always a good start to my day. Alright guys, just updating you. I'm not sure how well you can see me. We are about 30 minutes into our drive. We unfortunately hit a lot of rush hour traffic, but rush hour here compared to like California, it's nothing. But so once again, guys, we are on the way to Osage Beach. It's about 3 hours away from Kansas City. We're on the way there to pick up an A7IV camera. The camera has an issue where, so an A7IV has 2 memory card slots. This is really for redundancy in professional work. But for my case use, I really only need one. One of the 2 on this camera is not keeping the SD card in, and I'm going to see if I can fix it. Otherwise, I'm just going to use it as such because I won't use that slot. But the person selling it is a wedding photographer and videographer, so he needs the redundancy. At the moment, I don't really need the redundancy, so I am more than happy to take a significant discount on the camera, just to get the, just because it's going to have that slight inconvenience. The camera is almost going to be like $600 off what I normally pay. So it's a no-brainer. I'm going to go get it and compare it along with the FX30, see which one I like using more. As we have an hour and 4 minutes left on this drive, we are about 2 hour mark in. Unfortunately, what you will learn about living in the Midwest is that most of the time there is no scenery, and it is like the most boring thing ever. Now we're getting to the time period where the trees are going to look freaking beautiful. We're just not there yet, but glimpse of what we're working with. So as you can see, the trees aren't there yet, but we're starting to get to that time period. Alright guys, we have some beautiful scenery for a second. Listen to this. We are in the Lake of the Ozarks, Ake of the Ozarks, OARCs. As you guys already know, had to make our typical pit stop to Subway. This location was actually really clean. Sometimes Subways can be hit or miss depending on what part of the country you're driving in, but because there's so many locations, so the quality control is a little. But this one was actually really nice, really well kept, and honestly, you could tell the team there cared. So it's probably a family-owned one, but we're gonna eat Subway, then head back. We got the camera, guys. Wow, I almost forgot about this. So I was gonna go film, but then he was actually in the parking lot. So got the A7IV. Really great price on this. I'm really excited. I'll need to get a full frame lens because I only have APS-C at the moment, but that's besides the point. That's not today's problem. Today's problem was getting the camera, and we got it. All right, guys. Just a friendly reminder: be nice to your friendly man. So I got to this gas station to fill up before I headed back, and for some reason the pump wasn't working, but it said prepaid, see cashier. So I know some of you would have been like, oh, it's already prepaid, use it. No. I was like, wait a minute. And then I looked over and the lady on the other side was struggling. She had prepaid, but the clerk accidentally used assigned the money to the wrong pump. So instead of being a bad person and using it, I told her, hey, I think they accidentally used the prepaid on my pump. I'm gonna wait until you get it sorted out. And she was super happy. Guess what? That was like her last 20 bucks, and that actually really was a lot for her. And it is a lot for a lot of people now. Don't be dicks. Be nice to people. And think about your fellow man. I mean, it was such a simple thing, but like to her, she was like really thankful, and she was like, thank you so much for not using the gas like that. I really appreciate it, So be nice to your fellow man. That's all. I'm looking as we're approaching the final stretch of our day trip, so we're about 5 hours in, under 5 hours in. We have an hour 16 left to get home. I was checking the weather, and this Saturday/Sunday is going to be the first snow of the season. So I need to get the yellow banana to get its tires in place. I need to get it studded. They're studless, but they're winter tires. So I need to get the winter tires on because it's finally that season. So the yellow banana has to be ready for the snow. We prepared it to the best of our ability, and it's that time. All right, guys, we made it back home. I'm a little tired, not gonna lie. It was 6+ hours of driving, but we're now back home. I was gonna chill, but the reality is we have to go swap out the tires on the FJ because snow is coming Saturday or Sunday. So I need to get that done. But before I do that, all right, guys, so we finished at the first tire shop. They were charging an abnormally large sum of money to mount 4 tires without disposal that I was kind of left in shock and awe, and I kind of laughed. I'm like, no, I'm not paying that. This is like a rundown shop, and they wanted to charge $200 to mount 4 tires. That is ridiculous. I've never paid anywhere near that. And not only that, but I don't need disposal. I'm not disposing the tires. I'm keeping the tires because I'm gonna use them once winter's over. So $200 for that is just absurd. I've never paid that for 4 tires. I just had the Mini Cooper tires done. Now, keep in mind those are obviously much smaller tires, but I paid $80, $80-something on that one, and we had 2 disposals. So, like, come on.
Babies!
Just finishing up at my friend's Raphael's. I came to drop off the tires here because he's going to hold on to my normal set until winter's over. But the FGA with the new tires, it's not as aggressive looking, but hey, it still looks good. And Raph was gracious enough to give me a baby. All right, guys, now I'm just chilling, slowing down for the rest of the day. It's 9:36, but with the daylight savings, it feels a lot later. I was playing Final Fantasy. I'm having a hard time getting through this game, the Final Fantasy VII Remake, because the soundtrack's so good that whenever I get distracted by something, I just listen to it and get sidetracked. And it keeps happening over and over. I was told that the soundtrack is actually an entire symphony, so I thought that was really awesome, and that makes a lot of sense why I just found it to be so incredibly beautiful to listen to. Hope you guys had a wonderful Thursday, and I hope you have a phenomenal Friday tomorrow, and I'll have another video tomorrow, and I'll have another of the Robux trivias. Those have been really fun to do. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye for now.